Hi, and welcome to the 5-day SEO Challenge. This is going to be a rather casual presentation because I want to be able to work with you if you have questions and answer them in response. So, it'll be 5 days, one activity every day, and let's just look at why we're doing this. SEO is key and important for a couple of reasons. We want to optimize our content so that with targeted keywords, because it helps us find our ideal client, a potential customer, and we're going to be using keywords, which are the words that they are using to search when they search in the search engines. Now we're aiming for Google because Google is where 92% of web searches take place. People may use other browsers, but it's normally the Google browser that or Chrome browser that they're searching in. And if you're like me, you usually choose options off the first page. You don't go to the next page 2, page 14, page 22. You're lost if you land on those pages. So our goal is to get onto page 1. And the competition there is tough because there are only 10 spots. So everybody's elbowing their way in there to land on one of those first 10 spots on page 1. But if you get there, it's a huge benefit to you because it increases the traffic. You get more visitors to your post, to your page. So that's the goal, and it's a good goal to have. SEO improves that visibility. The traffic comes to your site because you've used the terms that people are searching for. It leads to more trust and more respect of you. You become an expert that people believe in, that people understand you've got the information they want. So it establishes you as an expert in your niche. Come on, there's another page coming up. Well, there was. Let me pause. Okay, so SEO is a free alternative to paid ads because most of us as a small business don't have a huge marketing budget, and this is a good way. Once you get the strategy in place, you can repeat it on every post, on every page. You use this strategy over and over, and gradually on the search engine, on Google, using their algorithm correctly, and we'll talk a little bit about that in the future day, but it helps get more visibility. So the other way you need to be able to do is analyze your metrics, your numbers, and understand which pages are getting more traction, more visitors, so they can do more of that. Their metrics and your numbers give you valuable insights, and I'll dive into one of my favorite WordPress plugins today to show you how you can do that without actually using Google Analytics. It pulls on its own analytics. Finally, the SEO can help you give your site visitors an even better user experience because it points them to the page that they are looking for. It helps them find what they're looking for on your page, and it brings people to you that want what you do. So on day 1, we're going to pick a blog post. That's today. This is the post that we're going to use to test out our SEO tactics. We're going to, on day 2, brainstorm long tail keywords, and I'll get into those definitely on day 2 and show you a tool that I use. Day 3, you're going to use your keywords naturally throughout your content. Now you can begin doing this as an activity before then. Give it a test and try, and I ask that you share your URL before and after on the site on day 1, so that, the before on day 1 and after as we finish up, so we can help you improve or just tell you how you're doing such a great job. Day 4, we're going to optimize headings and images and add internal links. There's also something called external links, and I'll show you what those are that lead to authority pages. And we're going to add an SEO data using a plugin. So there are several plugins that WordPress recommends, and they're good, and they're good for different reasons, and we'll explore that as well. So now I want to move into just day 1 material, and show you what that is all about. So on day 1, the activity is to pick a blog post or a page on your website that you want to improve visitation to. So you want to increase the numbers of people coming to your website. I want to show you my favorite, easy to use, free plugin is Monster Insights, because this reveals many things, or the insights, the numbers, in a way that I can easily read them. Well, let me show you. This is a day that I had paid for marketing, and I got 127 unique visitors on a particular site. It gives me numbers and views, bounce rate, shows me where returning visitors are coming from. But the piece I want to show you, it also shows you the countries that people are coming from. This helps you define whether you need other critical things on your website. It shows you where the referrals are coming from. So this is all helpful information. What I want to show you are the top posts and pages, because we're picking one that is popular, we're picking one that may have more interaction, we're picking a post or a page that we want to improve because it shows the main focus of our business. It indicates what our business is about, and that's our focus for today. It's picking one that has already popular, or one that you want to increase the visibility on. So I was looking at the numbers here. You can see that my home page gets most visitors. This is a blog post, a very old blog post, Disadvantages of Relationship Marketing. Somehow those keywords hit way back when, because I wasn't very good at SEO at the time, and I want to go in and improve this one. This is the one I'm going to work on. Number 3 was how to whitelist. This is also a blog post, a recent blog post, and that indicates to me that there's something there in the heading, or the way I've optimized my SEO lessons from what I've learned that are working. Services is another page on my website, and the rest of them go down from there. So there are many other blog posts, but not any that I want to work on today for this particular assignment. So I've chosen my site, I've chosen my post, and that is what I will be working on. And I'll be looking through this, figuring out. Now, the goal today is not necessarily to rewrite the whole post, but to go through and think about how we might want to make changes. If it's an old one, and I say an old one of my tips, let me get out of here. One of my tips is I don't like to date my older published blog posts. It's evergreen material, and it works over time. So this one was published way back in 2016. It's now 2022, and it's still gaining momentum and showing up in the search engines. So that's the tip that I want to share there. Okay, so again, I'm going to keep these short. Day 1, your action step, your activity is to pick a blog post to test out your SEO tactics. We're going to learn more about SEO tactics, but pick the one that is an existing blog post, or you can create a new one. You're just testing out SEO tactics. We're going to learn how to do this, set up a strategy that can be repeated, rinse and repeat over other posts and every page. I'm distracted. My supervisor, the furry beast, has joined me, and he wants some attention, so I'm going to give him that in just a minute. But here's the link also for the resource page. It'll have your work page on it. There's a worksheet where you can take your notes. You can do that in your own notebook if you'd like, and it gives the action steps for the assignment. Think about keywords. If you've heard about them, you might have already chosen some for this assignment. Figure out which one, or not this assignment, but this post previously. Pick out the ones you have done previously, and we'll do some testing tomorrow. We'll do some searching, and I'll share with you some of my favorite tools, free and ones that I have paid for, so that you can understand more about keyword research. So https://mymkgt.com/SEO-R. capital R for resources. And I'll put that in the comments as well. Okay, I look forward to seeing you again tomorrow.